Encouragement is celebrating kids for who they are and what they're working toward. How can we motivate them to keep going even when things get tough? That's what encouragement is all about. It's motivating children through praise for who they are and recognition of their efforts and their progress. I said just a little bit ago that it is so important to separate a child's worth from their actions. It doesn't mean you don't encourage them and give them recognition when they do something positive. It just means that their worth is not tied to that thing. They are more than that thing. They are more than the positive thing that they do. This encouragement means affirming a child's value and their effort, and that will build confidence and resilience. When I talk about encouragement, I like to talk about the fact that there's really two types of praise. There's one type of praise that's called praise for being. And praise for being means just praising them for who they are. It could be something like, I just love the way that you love to learn about things. I love that. I love how curious you are. I love the way that you smile. I love your laugh. I love to be around you. Those are things that are praise for being. Just, they are amazing because they exist. And kids are amazing just because they exist. I know that there are frustrating moments. I know that there are times where it is like, oh, at the end of my rope, I get it. But kids are amazing just because they're here, and we should let them know that. Praise them just for being, just for existing. And then there's praise for doing, which is when they have done something, when they have given effort towards something or achieved something. And again, it doesn't even mean that they have to have achieved what they wanted to achieve. It could just be something like, I'm so proud of how hard you worked on that project. I can tell you gave your best shot at that test. Wow, when you got in the game, and let's not talk again about how little I know about sports, but when you got in the game, I could tell you played your best. You can praise them for what they did, even when it wasn't all the way what you wanted it to be, even when it wasn't all the way what they wanted it to be. You can still praise their effort towards the thing. And then you can praise them when something great happens. Oh, wow, I am so proud of you for winning that award. That is so great. Yes, you are a great friend. I just had a client who won an award in their kindergarten class for being the best friend in the kindergarten class. Oh my goodness, how amazing was it for that parent to celebrate with that child of how that award just meant so much. So think about those two things. Praise your child and the children in your life for being, just for existing, and praise your child, praise the children in your life just for doing something, even when it's not all the way. You can praise their effort toward the thing. And it doesn't mean that you are offering false praise. It doesn't mean that when your child brings you their art project, this is the one that comes up all the time. It does not mean that when your child brings you their art project and they hold it up that you say, my goodness, that is going to get hung in a museum. It is just the most beautiful thing in the entire world, and it is 3 scribbles and you do not plan to do anything with it at all. It could mean that you love it, but you do not have to go all the way. That turns it into praise for doing. What you could instead do is they hold up their art and you can say something like, oh, wow, I can see how hard you worked on that. Maybe that's all you got. Or I see that you drew the shapes. Oh, you used a bunch of different colors. Wow, you used so many different colors on that. Or I love how creative you are. I love it when you make paintings. Do you see how that's not false praise? You really are being genuine in your praise. When you lie about the praise, the kid knows you're lying about the praise. And then when they have done something where you really are praising them, they wonder if that's true. So it's not about offering false praise, but it's also not focusing just on achievements. It's not only about meeting the goal or meeting the expectation. That's not what encouragement is either. It's not conditional on meeting those expectations or gaining the achievement or getting the award, but encouragement is about recognizing progress. In mental health, this is something that comes up all the time, where I have to remind parents and teachers that kids have come a long way, even though they are not where they want to be and they are not where we want them to be. But they went from getting in fights every day to only getting in a fight once a week. Or they went from getting in fights every day to now they're just screaming and cussing. And I say just screaming and cussing because that is progress. Practically, we have to celebrate small wins and steps toward growth. We have to tell them we see how hard they're working. Because if we will validate and acknowledge and encourage how hard they are working, they'll see that the effort was worth it and they'll keep going. If we don't give that validation, we don't give that acknowledgement, don't give that encouragement, they will stop working because it's hard. And nobody wants to work hard without getting anything in return. It's why you get paid to do the job you do. Encourage that effort even when the outcome isn't perfect. Encouragement. Praise kids for being, praise kids for doing, and let them see that you understand how hard they are working. Encouragement helps kids feel valued and motivated. What's one way you've encouraged a child recently? Share it in the comments below.